Hey guys, how are you? I'm sure you guys are doing great. So guys, today in this video we'll be talking about the AAA protocol. So what is AAA and how it is beneficial for the IT persons and how this AAA protocol reduce your workload. So I will be explaining in depth. Watch this video till end. So guys, my name is Manjeet Singh and you are watching your own channel Tech Guru Manjeet. So let's get started. So first of all, the full form of AAA. So AAA stands for authentication, authorization and accounting. So that's the reason it is called and known as a AAA protocol. So what is authentication? So basically authentication means to grant the access, right? Say for example, I'm the user. So will I have access to some particular network device or not? So that is comes under the authentication. Then what is authorization? If I have the access to some particular device, whether it is the router, whether it is the switch, so what are the features I can access? What are the functionality I can do over there? What are my roles into that? So this comes under the authorization. Finally, accounting. What is accounting? So whatever permission my senior authorities has given me, so whatever I am doing in that particular router or the switch or whatever the device, so accounting will keep a complete track, complete report what I have done, right? So this is very important protocol: authentication, authorization and the accounting. So basically how this protocol helping us in the networking. So let me create one network out here. So say for example, I have some devices. This is the router number 1. I have another router which is router number 2. I have another router, say for example, router number 3, and I have another router which is router number 4. Now along with the routers, I have some switches as well. So this is the switch number 1. Here I have switch number 2. Here I have switch number 3. And here I have switch number 4. Right? Say for example, this routers on layer 3, switches on layer 3, and I have layer 2 switches as well. So here is switch number 1, here is switch number 2, here is switch number 3, and here is switch number 4. So in my local area network, I have 4 routers on layer 3 and 4 switches, which is layer 3. You can say multiple layer routers, switches, and layer 2 switches also I have 4. So all these devices are interconnected like this, right? So this is the topology which I have in my local area network. And to manage the entire network, I have team members. One is my name, say for example, Manjeet, and I am the admin of this network. I have one more team member, say for example Bob. I have one more member, say for example John, right? Or maybe I have some other team members as well. See for example, I am the network admin who look after the entire network out here. So these are my 2 team members. So definitely I have to give some rights to both of these network engineers to manage the entire devices, right? So what I have to do is I have to create user ID and password for all the team members on each device, right? So being a network admin, I have to create user ID password for Bob on switch number 1, switch number 1, router number 1, switch number 2, switch number 2, switch router number 2, switch number 3, switch number 3, router number 3, switch number 4, switch number 4 and router number 4. Again I have to repeat the same process for the John. Now easily I can do that when I have limited number of device. But imagine if you have a big network or maybe the medium network where we have some, say for example 15 to 20 routers and almost 60 to 65 number of switches. So if I have to create the user ID password for both the team members on the entire switches and the router, so it is going to take time. It is time consuming, I would say. So here, being a network admin, say for example Bob has left the organization and some other member XYZ has joined the department, my team. So again what I have to do is, first step I have to do, remove the user ID password from the entire devices. Again I have to create another user ID for XYZ on entire devices. So it is time taking process. So now if I use AAA, how it is going to help me to reduce my work and my time, right? Spare my time. So I have to use one server. Say for example this is the AAA server, right? So AAA server I have to connect with my network. Now because I have the AAA server in my network, so I don't have to create user ID password on each of the devices. So what I'll do is, now I will just create one user ID for one team member. Say for example I have created user ID Bob and I have created the password. Okay. Now for second team member I have created user ID and his password. That's it. Simple. Now reason being, I have how this functionality work actually. So once I set up the AAA server in my network, what I have to do first, I have to authenticate each of the device with the AAA server, right? Now this AAA server will have control of my entire devices, which means if I create user ID and password on AAA server, it will authorize each user ID and password to access the entire devices, right? Now let's say I have created Bob and Bob is using this PC and trying to access the router number 3. So router number 3 have a IP address of 192.168.10.3, right? So what Bob has to do is, Bob has to write, maybe it is accessing with the telnet. So telnet 192.168.10.3. That's it. Once he'll hit the enter, what will happen? The action will be, first the request will reach to router number 3 to access the remote, right? But router number 3 will check his configuration whether the Bob is authorized to access the router number 3 or not. But router number 3 now it is authenticated with the AAA, so router number 3 will not accept direct request. What router number 3 will do, it will transfer this request to AAA server, right? Now AAA server will check the database whether the user is available or not. So if AAA server found that the user is exist and user has rights to access the router number 3, it will resend the reply to that request to router number 3. Now because router number 3 has received the permission from the AAA server that this user has a rights to access this, right? Now router number 3 will grant the access to Bob to access the remote, and whatever the features admin has assigned to Bob, it will be applicable to his ID. So which means now if Bob is removed from the AAA server, so request will go to router number 3. Router number 3 will forward this request to AAA. Now AAA server will check the database. Okay, it will, if Bob is found, then it will definitely authenticate. If Bob is not existing, so it will resend the reply to router number 3 that Bob is not available, right? So router number 3 will drop the request. It will not grant the access any unauthorized user to access any of the device. Same way, the entire devices are now controlled with the AAA server. Now say for example Bob is not Bob has left the organization. So what I have to do, being a network engineer or network admin, what I will log into AAA server, right? Now I will remove the Bob. Now I will just have to enter one entry, which is XYZ and his password. That's it, right? Now because AAA server database has this entry, now if XYZ will access any of the device from my network, it will be authenticated by the AAA server. So this is basically the time saving, or you can say the right way to manage the big network or maybe the medium networks, but it is not recommended that you should use. It is purely up to you. If you have time, you can run your network without the AAA server, but if you don't have a time and you really want to use your important time to implement some other features in your network, so in that case you can use the AAA server. It will reduce your workload. Now it is very easy to handle the entire devices, whether the router, whether it is on layer 3 or whether it is on layer 2. So guys, I hope you have understood that how AAA works and what are the benefits of AAA server. So if you are not using the AAA, configure AAA in your network. It is very easy to configure. Maybe in the next upcoming video, I will configure AAA server. How I will show you how you can implement AAA server in your network. I hope you will like this video. If you like this video, hit the like button and share with your friend circles who are into IT domain. Or if you have not yet subscribed my channel, please hit the subscribe button down below. See you in the next video. Till then, stay safe. Goodbye.